Greetings, writers. It's Mr. Hebda from the Lackawanna College Writing Center. Today I'm going to show you how to cite an article from an online database for an APA 7 references page. As a reminder, for any reference page citation, you want to make sure you find as much information as you can. And you do that because you want to be a responsible researcher. You want to help other researchers find your source, and it's easier for them to do that when they have more information to work with. And that helps them double check your work and make sure you're doing a good job. So here's a quick formula that I've adapted from Purdue OWL to help us cite online database articles. Looks like there's a lot of stuff here, but I'm going to walk you through it. It's easy to find all this information. And remember, it's okay if you can't find everything, just find as much as you can. So here's an example. All right, say we were on ProQuest, one of our online databases provided by the college, and we found an article that we want to use on our references page. Well, how are we going to find the information that we need to fill in that formula? One of the best things to do is to click on Download PDF, which I have done already here. This is what a PDF looks like. Once you click that button, this will pop up. A PDF is a very difficult file to tamper with. And so it's a really good resource, not only for information, but also for the material you'll need to make your citation. And speaking of citations, I have already gone to the effort of putting it together. So here's our formula, and here is our citation. And I'm going to show you how I built it, step by step. So the first part of our formula is our author list, okay? And we always use the last name and then the initials formula. And we follow the same order that we see on our journal article. And we list every single author that we can. And then right before the last author, we put an and or an ampersand. APA 7 likes ampersand. Just make sure that you follow the same order because the lead author is usually the one who comes first. That one gets the most credit. You'll see that in the order here in the PDF. Okay, cool. So we got that down. Next up, we want to get the year. So the year of the publication can be found often on the first page of your PDF. You can find it up here at the top, or if you go scrolling down, you'll have to dig a little bit maybe for some. And then the copyright section says 2020 right there. You can also find it here on ProQuest, December 2020. You just wouldn't need the month. All that APA requires is the year. Okay, so we got our year 2020 in parentheses, period. Next up, we need the article title and sentence case. So that means that we only capitalize the first word and any proper nouns that are in the title. Conveniently, in our case, and this happens in many articles in the social sciences, we have a title here that already is in sentence case. Notice the first word is capitalized, but none of the others are. So we can just copy and paste this title right on in. Boom, just make sure you get the formatting correct, the font and size right. There it is. End it with a period, and then we can move on to the journal title. So make sure that with the journal title, it's in italics, and it follows the same punctuation that you see on your articles, right? In this case, we want to make sure we keep like STEM all capitalized. That stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, so you know. But we want to try to keep that punctuation as close to the same as possible. Then we add a comma, keep italics for the volume and issue number, which in this case is easiest found here on ProQuest. Right here we have volume 7, issue number 1. So we would plug that information in. Here's volume 7 in parentheses, issue number 1. And then we add a comma and we introduce the page range, the page numbers. You can find those on the PDF by just scrolling down and looking at the page numbers. Right here we have page 2 out of 19, so there must be pages 1 through 19. End that with a period. And next you want to get that DOI. So what's a DOI? DOI stands for Digital Object Identifier. And that's a fancy way of saying a very secure place on the internet that doesn't change. You've probably noticed that as a web surfer yourself, web pages change and shuffle around or get deleted all the time. And so that's a big problem for researchers. They want a permanent storage place for all of the articles they might want to look back in time and find. So the DOI basically serves as that permanent address. Um, so that's really important. But if you can't find it, then the website URL will be the next best thing. But it's usually easy to find the DOI. It's usually on the very first page of your PDF, right up here, or it might be on the bottom of the page. In this case, it's on the top. You can also find it right here on ProQuest. All right, so that just about wraps it up for us. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to give some credit to Limeri and her colleagues for her article and letting me use it in this video, and of course, Purdue Owl. And lastly, be sure to check out the Lackawanna College Writing Center YouTube channel if you haven't already. We've got some great videos on there on APA and other writing topics, and I encourage you to make an appointment for the Writing Center if you have any writing-related needs. We're here to see you succeed and grow as a writer. So keep up the great work, everyone. Mr. Hebda out.